Hey you guys, it is that time. Pick a card, pick a story, where in one of these decks, hopefully there should be a story in here for you. So I always say pick a card. It's pick a story though. Alright, so let's go ahead and hold up deck number 1. This is for the week of June 11th, 2019. But of course this can play out much further, but I do these weekly. So is your energy here in deck number 1? All right, let's see if your energy is resonating with deck number 2. Oops. All right. Or is your energy resonating with deck number 3? Could your story be here? All right, so we're going to go ahead and begin here, starting with deck number 1. By the way, those of you that are wondering, deck number 2 is Millennium Thoth. I think the images are beautiful. I don't know what you like in your tarot decks. My only complaint is that it is pips, meaning like the rest of the card, only the majors and the court cards have pictures. The rest of the cards are just like, the pips, the wands, swords, no additional imagery. I like images, but it's still a pretty deck. So all right, so we'll go ahead and begin here. We have the Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, Two of Cups, Five of Swords. Central issue, Knight of Swords, Four of Wands, and the Shadow. Okay, so central issue here. I feel like someone is running away or escaping from this situation here. Maybe for some of you, you were in a toxic environment, toxic relationship, toxic job, family members. There's something that was going on, and I feel that, you're either avoiding it or you're running from this. Maybe the contract has ended. Maybe you've learned your lesson. And so it's like the minute you lose your lesson here with the Shadow card, because something was going on that, you had to, it's like you had to face your demons. Even though if you were in a toxic relationship, this person came to help you realize, your highest potential, what you will not accept. They were showing you maybe a side of yourself that you were unaware of that was bringing you down. This is also someone that you could have had a karmic debt to. I also believe in, having some jobs or employment, can be like karmic as well. So I almost feel like it's saying that you've paid your dues. Now, I also get some sort of energy about your neighborhood for some reason. Make sure that you are keeping a close watch on your packages, because I feel like there's a neighbor or something about your neighborhood, like you need to leave your neighborhood. There is either a lot of thieves, or you're in a neighborhood where there's a lot of drug trafficking. Maybe there's a sexual predator in the neighborhood. There's something that I feel that you need to get away from. Please keep an eye on your children. It looks like the children are even afraid of somebody or someone's presence. There's someone's presence coming out of the shadows that is frightening. Maybe this is bringing out your inner child. I also see this as someone finally being able to let go of their something that maybe happened in childhood, especially dealing with sexuality. Maybe someone was sexually abused. Maybe someone was, taken advantage of, or maybe someone witnessed something as a child. I just feel like someone is finally being able to be relieved of this energy here. Something was weighing you down, and someone finally is moving on past that. Now, also, on a lighter note, I'm getting the energy of someone who hits it and quits it. So be careful about that. Especially if someone comes into your life that you have a history with, and all of a sudden this person pops up, it's just for something physical. It's physical gratification. Or maybe that's you. Maybe you are entering a relationship or a union strictly for sexual gratification. This could also be like a date. If you're dating someone, is coming off as a one-night stand. Maybe it's a relationship that the foundation is based off of something strictly physical, without depth. At least it's starting off that way. It could be a relationship that starts off very physical, and maybe there's a need to break from that pattern or break from that habit. So I see someone, whatever the case, I feel like they're fleeing from something. They're running off. I'm sorry, because I keep seeing like that one night stand energy where, you sleep with this person and then in the middle of the night, they're running out the house. They're leaving. It's like, thanks for the snack. Thanks, bye-bye. So I just kind of feel like someone is jetting off after satisfaction. Now we do have, oh my God, I forgot to start the timer. Leave me alone, Justin, if you're watching. Okay, so here, this is about being independent. I feel like you're going to start focusing more about yourself. I feel like you're going to be focusing on your self-worth. I feel like you're coming into your own financially. So maybe something is finally paying off. Maybe you've been working on something. I know the Eight of Pentacles, someone was very dedicated to their craft, very focused, and this is finally having something to show for it. So I feel like somebody's hard work is paying off. You've gone through a difficult time for a reason, Maybe people were like, I thought you said you were going to be this and that. I thought this, I thought that. And it's like, you've arrived. Somebody has arrived. And I just kind of feel like they are out and about. They are confident. Life is good. So yeah, I feel like too, someone just really has their independence. Someone also is admiring you. I'm getting something about mothering. Someone is looking at you as a motherly figure or someone who can have a child. Maybe you just had a child. Maybe you're in your 9th month and you're getting ready to give birth. That's a possibility as well. This does look like overall the birth of something new. Something has taken place. Maybe you just started your own business. Maybe you just started a new relationship and you're just kind of feeling good. Maybe you've just given birth to some sort of new creative idea. She's coming off as the Empress to me. Now, I have to pick out also the good and the bad. Now, on the downside, I see the possibility of someone being like viewed as a side piece, but it's like she's the kept woman. It's like, I want to keep you around, but I don't know if I want to commit to you, or I'm in a committed relationship, but I need to keep you around. So someone is coming off like a kept woman. She's valued. She's someone's trophy piece. She's someone that is admired and loved, but still just not being married. She's like always the bridesmaid and never the bride type energy. I know some of you are like, oh, I don't want that. I get it. Hopefully this is not, you know, for everybody. Of course, this is just general, like I said. But that is just like the shadow or negative side of this situation. Some of you could be starting something new. It could be any sign, but of course the ones that are coming out are Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Someone is also getting the confidence to express how they feel to you, or you them. Someone is definitely opening up. Someone is also maybe sharing a gift. Like someone may be very intuitive, like maybe very psychic, or someone is an empath. You could also be making or starting a business using your abilities. So you might say, I can make money from reading cards, or reading energy, or, you know, predicting future. You know, so it's like, yeah, whatever that gift is. Maybe it's songwriting. Maybe you paint pictures. Maybe it's something artistic or creative. But yeah, you can make money from that. And maybe this is you kind of stepping into your own. Maybe you found your niche and you're just kind of exploring it now. I see two people falling in love. I see two people who really are coming off as caring deeply for one another. This is really getting to know someone. This is new love. Some of you are letting go of the past, or letting go of someone who was codependent, and feeling like you've met someone who is more on your page. Some of you could that have been in established relationships. So another thing that's going on is that we're establishing a new foundation. We're taking things to the next level. So even if you're like, well, I'm single, you know, I'm not talking to anybody, I do feel like someone is coming towards you. Someone is fearless, and they've been thinking about you. Maybe they've been observing you, even obsessing about you. And they were like, enough with obsessing about this person. I need to talk to them. I need to just speak my mind. So someone is going to make it known to you how they feel pretty soon. If this is a relationship where you're just now getting to know one another, I feel like someone is just kind of confirming that they would like to take something further, like something's being established. It's like, okay, like we've been talking here and there. I feel like this is strong enough where this is something worth taking more time to invest in. So this is also about taking your time too. If this is a new relationship, it's like not being in any rush. Like neither party is in a rush. Everybody is just enjoying time, getting to know each person, also enjoying time to themselves, enjoying their freedom. Maybe this is the first time you're with someone who is not clingy. So the two of you could be two independent individual people. Did I say that right? Two, you know, completely different individuals that just enjoy time alone, but yet you come and connect and come together when you want to come together. But it's not a clingy energy. It's like, okay, you go do you go, you know, if you want to go to the movies by yourself, that's fine. You know, I'll see you when you get home. You might have that type of relationship. But then there are times when you guys do want to go and do things as a couple. So you guys are very comfortable with giving each other the space. So like if you guys were also in an established relationship, maybe you guys are moving in together for the first time. It's like, okay, we've been dating for a while now. I'm ready to move in, or I'm ready for an engagement. I'm not really getting marriage yet. It still looks like this is new energy, but I still feel like you guys are crossing that threshold together as a couple here. Maybe you do feel engagement feelings, or you feel like someone is marriage material. I also get two people who, like, one is very serious and one is very sensitive. One might come off more harsh or critical. The other one is just kind of more nurturing and sensitive and caring for the other's feelings. But I just still feel like either way, this is like a good blend of energies coming together. Now, we do have, sometimes there are communication problems that it's very easy to resolve. I feel too like the minute something's wrong, the other person they feel comfortable enough to talk about what's irritating them. I feel like you guys can easily move past any type of irritation. If this is, a work situation, I feel like you can easily have a one-on-one with your boss or supervisor, and they'll be understanding. Like, don't be afraid to talk, to have this conversation, or feel like you're going to offend someone, because I feel like the energy between you guys is very nurturing, it's very comforting, it's very easygoing. So if there's something that's irritating you at the workplace, or if there's something irritating you with your friendship or your relationship, just talk about it. I also see, like, with friends, somebody's wanting to vent. Let your friend vent. I see like some sort of venting relationship. Like, you call your friend, you want to vent about this and that, and then when you're irritated with something, you call them and you want to vent. That's your friend. That's the relationship that you guys have established here. I also see this as other people needing to protect your space. I feel like something's going on where someone's buzzing in the other person's ear. Someone is just kind of, I don't know, I kind of get like maybe there's a need for you to be careful who you share your life with, your stories, your feelings with, because someone is kind of a gossiper, or they always have something to say. Someone also maybe likes to play mind games. Be careful of that as well, because it could be coming from both ends. Like, especially like the minute you are moving on from someone, this is also about you moving on. Like I said, the minute you move on from somebody, like, word gets out, or the person somehow detects this and they start buzzing around again. They're like buzzing around. They're sending like little hints here and there. They're messaging you. I feel like with it being, this card being above it, it's going to be the same story. This person is just playing mind games. They know how to push your buttons. It could even be something like someone's trying to get your attention. So it's almost like too, if, let's say for instance, as from a guy's perspective, he's moved on, but this toxic energy is trying to get his attention. This person might go as far as to send nude pics because they know their weak spots. They know they're going to get a reaction. Either this person is going to yell at them and say, stop it, or they're going to come to them and say, damn, what's up? Can I come over? They know they're going to get either reaction. They don't care. They just want a reaction. This also could be your energy. You might find yourself doing something to the point where you don't care if you get yelled at. You just wanted this person's attention. But the way it's coming off is very mind controlling, is very narcissistic, especially with this being a 5. Someone is only thinking about their own self ego, their own pride. I just feel like it's games here. I also feel like I should mention something about those of you that have been hearing some sort of buzzing or ringing in the ears. You're being forewarned that a karmic or someone toxic is in your energy field. So they may be getting ready to call you, text you, or reach out to you. Yeah, so make sure to be careful. Be careful from that. I'm going to go ahead and clarify a couple of things here. I'm going to look at the Five of Swords a little more. I also am feeling like with their depiction, some of you might have a spirit insect. If you're a reader and there's an insect that you notice that keeps buzzing around you, just break out your cards and see what message is for you concerning that little bug that's buzzing around. Or if you happen to see some sort of spider or a silverfish or something that irritates you at first, your immediate instinct is to fling it off of you or to swat it away. I feel like it's really spirit trying to forewarn you of something. Okay, yeah. I feel too like what this is saying, that the minute you start connecting with someone new, everyone comes out the woodwork and you're like, why is all of my exes calling me? Like everybody calling you in the middle of the night, bothering you, trying to get your attention. I also feel too that there's a need for you to pay attention to something. Make sure that you are not ignoring any red flags, because something is trying to get your attention. You might, if you keep missing like the synchronicities, maybe finally something to be revealed to you in your dream, but you're trying to be warned about something. It could be about the new person that you're connecting with. It could be about the new job you're starting, or it could be, like I said, the warning about someone from your past. Like, don't get caught up in that. I do feel too that there's some unfinished business. Something that you keep putting on the back burner. Spirit is telling you, hey, like you need to get back to that. Even if it goes back to, like I was saying, you having some sort of gift or talent, or you've been talking about starting your own business or writing that book, writing that novel, that blog, whatever it is, I feel like something's going to keep trying to urge you to do it, and you keep trying to distract yourself. You're trying to watch TV. You're trying to talk on the phone. You're trying to do all this stuff except for what you're supposed to be doing. This is Spirit's way of saying, hey, make that money, or do that blog, write that book, close out, have closure with that ex, tell them you're not interested once and for all, you know, answer the phone. So something that you're needing to do that you might be trying to ignore. So some of you also could be hearing from a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Maybe they're irritating you. You might be trying to resist them, trying to pull back from that energy. This is you trying to discipline yourself, because it's like you're still attracted to this energy. There's still some sort of attraction there. This person knows this. This person knows your weak spots. So in a relationship, in a situation where someone is trying to come back that is no good for you, this is you trying to fight them off. You may need to give them their closure. You know, maybe you're trying to ignore the call. Maybe just, like I said, answer the call, have that conversation. Yeah, we had a good time. Yes, I still love you, but we're no good for each other. Okay, stop. Let's move on. Or I just wanted to wish you well. I hope you're happy. You know, whatever the case is, I feel like someone needs closure. But I do feel like you're going to hear from a fire sign that's like trying to get your attention. It could be any sign, but it is fire coming off. They're stroking your ego. I think you're also going to be secretly flattered that someone is trying to get your attention. I'm seeing you like hanging up the phone and you just kind of like smiling or laughing to yourself. I also feel that you're going to eventually be happy with the decision that you make. You're happy that you maybe controlled your urges or stood your ground or stuck to your own word. I feel like you're patting your own self on the back here, because see, someone is trying to confuse you and trip you up. Someone is now feeling rejection. Maybe it's a situation where the tables are turned and they're like, hey, this person, I could feel their energy breaking away. You know, where did they go? You know, so someone is feeling that energy of rejection, or maybe someone had a dream that you moved on, or you had a dream that someone moved on. So I really feel like that's the only reason why they're coming back. And you get confused by it. You're like, I'm confused, spirit. Like, do I move on with the new person or the old person? Leave the shadow energy alone. Leave that, you know, they're just trying to get your attention. If this is about someone in and out of your life, some on off again relationship, someone who has ghosted you throughout the years, who has not committed to you, who made false promises, like, let that person go. They're on the same shit. They're just bothering you because they can feel that you're pulling away. So that's a warning. Especially to those of you that have been seeing number synchronicities. Some of you might feel like, oh, the numbers synchronicities, they're helping bringing me some sort of clarity. They're telling me on the right track. Like, that's not always the case. Sometimes those numbers are warnings. Is spirit trying to get your attention. Sometimes I think too, those numbers are assigned numbers to your ancestors. Even if it's not a birthday, some people see birthday numbers, but sometimes those numbers are like master numbers. So maybe your spirit guides or your ancestors who have taken on some sort of high-ranking position now, and they've been assigned some sort of master number, and so that is them trying to get your attention to warn you about something that you could be getting into. Let me briefly look at the Nine of Pentacles, because I feel like this reading was pretty straightforward. So this is about two independent people who are enjoying each other's company, and they're taking it slow. Neither party is in a rush. However, they both see the value with each other, and this is some sort of good exchange of energies. You know, we have the practical person versus the sensitive person again. So, you know, these are two good energies. I feel like these are the same two people here. This is the same two energies. We do have earth and water coming out, but it can be any sign. It could just be representing the energies that are coming together. The nurturer and the serious, the practical person. The one that fantasizes, the one that sets boundaries, puts you in your place. So it's a good energy of two people that know how to work with each other. I also feel like, yeah, the Nine of Pentacles is about someone who is coping, someone who is newly single, but now they've got their groove back. Someone who was grieving in the past, someone who felt rejected, someone who was hiding from the world, who was suffering in silence. I feel like they got their groove back. You're learning why you had to let, it's like you're learning why you had to let that person go, or vice versa. I feel like there's a lot of conversation going on with you and someone else, and you guys do have some sort of spirit contract together. You guys have some sort of past life together. Maybe you guys are meant to travel together. Maybe you guys are meant to go into business together. Maybe you guys are meant to marry each other, because I'm seeing a signing of contracts. I see a verbal agreement, and I see like a literal document signing going on. So this, you may have met someone that you feel that you can really get serious with and move forward with, but there will be outside irritations at hand. All right, so that is all for deck number 1. Let's move on to deck number 2. Seven of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, 8 of Wands, Strength, 2 of Swords, King of Cups, 10 of Wands, Knight of Wands. All right, so there's some sort of situation going on where someone is feeling obligated towards another person. Something could be going on where with the baby's mom or a baby's dad. Someone, I'm getting like single parent responsibilities and being busy and feeling like you have so much to do and no help. I also feel like someone is making something harder than what it is. Someone is making something much harder than what it is. I'm also feeling like someone is at a distance causing drama or getting ready to cause drama. I'm just looking at them with that wand in their hand, and I see a flame brewing. Someone's intentions, they're coming towards you. I don't know what their intentions are. This person, but something about them is coming off as dramatic with all this fire energy and all this red. Someone is like a shit starter or an instigator. I also feel too that something has to do with your job description, that maybe you feel that everyone drops their load off on you. You might be very much aware of someone who is on the way. You know, I'm looking at how they have their periscope. So someone knows that you're on the way, or you are aware that someone is on their way. Someone has a keen sense of intuition. They're very psychic or intuitive, or has had some sort of dream or premonition. Someone is prepared. Someone is getting ready. Someone is preparing for a conversation or for an arrival. Maybe you're having some sort of guest come to your house. Maybe someone thinks that they're going to surprise you, but this person is like, I already knew you were coming. I already knew something was getting ready to happen. Someone is also coming with some sort of excuses. Someone might be coming to you to say, I need help, or I need a place to stay. Someone is coming to play on your heartstrings. I don't know who that's for, but I feel like someone is coming to play on someone's heartstrings. Now, I also get a situation where you're feeling the weight of other people because you're an empath. You feel, you're one of those empaths that can feel a storm coming. Or you can feel like some sort of natural disaster coming. You might be the type of person that gets headaches before something happens. I see like a lot of paranormal activity around you. You might be experiencing a lot of paranormal activity in your home, in your energy field. Now, I'm also getting a situation where patience is needed, a lot of patience. There's a lot of patience needed in a situation. There may be periods where you feel like nothing is getting ready to happen, and then all of a sudden everything takes off quickly. I also feel that someone has been thinking a lot about you. Someone has been contemplating life with you, or you them. Can go either way. But there's a need to prioritize. Even just outside of love, you know, I feel like you're preparing for something to change in your life. Like you knowingly know that some sort of change is happening. It's almost like you've already stored stuff away for a storm. You've got canned goods, you stocked up on water, you've got your emergency kit, and you're just kind of waiting for something to happen. Or if you were waiting for a relationship, whatever the case, you've done the work, you've done your spiritual work. So all you have to do in this time is just kind of preoccupy yourself, because, you know, the Seven of Pentacles, you don't want to make sure that you're staring at the clock waiting for something to happen, or, you know, watching that pot of water to boil, because you know it never happens when you do that. So if you find yourself just constantly just waiting for something to happen, you really need to turn your attention away. You also may need to do some sort of meditation. There's the need for you to meditate so that you can get some clarity or receive some sort of spiritual downloads. I do feel like your hard work is going to pay off. See, that cobweb, it looks like, you know, she's been sleeping for a long time, or patiently waiting for a long time. And she might feel like, oh, my patience is running out. And then right when you feel like nothing's happening, here's that storm. Here's that breakthrough. It's going to be either a conversation, messages. You might be forced to travel or take a trip. Or maybe there's some sort of changes coming to your home. Or there's that fire starter, that shit starter. All of a sudden someone is coming, they're flirting with you, and they're giving you anxiety. I feel like there's anxiety in regards to this communication. It's like you knew it was coming, you knew it had to happen. This conversation had to happen, but you had some sort of anxiety. I feel like someone has been also preparing, like, how do I share this with this person? How do I tell them about this part of me, about this private side of me, this secret that I have? How do I reveal this? And I feel that when the conditions are right, the secret just, like, everything just comes out like word vomit, like blah, 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 blah. Someone can't stop talking about it. They can't stop talking about you. They can't stop expressing something. This also could be like if you're a writer or a creative and you're like, I don't know how you know, what idea. I don't know what to write about. I've been staring at the screen, or the words won't come to me. And then all of a sudden you write one sentence, and all of a sudden the work is just pouring out of you. The inspiration is just pouring out. You're like, I don't know where to begin. Oh my God. Okay, no, it starts here. The story starts here. Let me open up another page and start typing some things here, because I don't want to lose this idea. I'm going to put this idea on the back burner, but I can't lose it. And so I'm getting to, like, for those of you that are creative, like you're trying to write down all the ideas. The point is just get all the ideas out there and then start putting them in order. Worry about the order later. Get the ideas out now. This also could be some sort, I'm getting something in regards to a vision board. Someone hasn't looked at their vision board in a long time, or this list that you had of the things that you want to accomplish, your goals. Someone hasn't looked at it for a long time, and then it's like the minute you pull it out and start reading it, that next day everything just start happening. It's like love comes into your life, a new car, a house, a new job. Just all of a sudden everything just start taking off so quickly that it makes you a little scared. Even if this is like a new relationship, I feel like all of a sudden everything you've been praying for just starts happening so fast to the point where you're like, oh my God, let's slow this down. Okay, let's pace this. This is happening too quickly. But it's happening because it's really, truthfully, it's been in preparation. Everything that's been happening. But it's like when it happens, it just seems like a floodgate opens. And then you kind of start trying to control it instead of letting things just kind of flow naturally. So I feel like there's a need for you to just kind of trust whatever is happening. But see, look at both of these. It's got a tornado in both of these. If this is in regards to someone from the past, like you've been feeling like somebody was getting ready to come into your life, here they are, and immediately it's the same shit there. But I don't really enjoy the energy on here though, because I feel like they're starting stuff. I feel like they're just walking in and causing a whirlwind. This is that drunk person that wanders into the wedding reception. It's just like, oh shit, I knew they were about to have one too many drinks, and here it comes. Here it is. Oh, my parents, though, you never loved me as much as you loved your other children, and blah, blah, blah. So just something happens, it catches you off guard. I feel like you're going to be sidetracked. It's coming off as tower energy to me for whatever reason. If this is in regards to someone that you did not want to get back involved with, but the attraction is there, I just see you really trying to resist temptation. Some of you are going to be at a crossroads and you're like, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to let fate choose for me because I'm overwhelmed. Too much information came out. Too much this and that happened. Too much stuff. Too many things transpired. I'm gonna mess up if I try to make this decision on my own. I'm just gonna leave it up to the universe. So someone is. I feel like you're putting on your blindfolds and just kind of letting things sort themselves out instead of you trying to make some sort of conscious decision. You're trusting that intuitively your higher self knows better. So you're just like, I let go and let God type of energy. So you also may be asked to have blind faith with the decision that you make. Someone also may be making you, it's like someone may be waiting for you to make a decision. Maybe this is in regards to a job situation where you put in all these applications and you weren't hearing back from anybody. Then all of a sudden, every company comes at you. And it's like, oh my God, all the choices, I have. Okay, I'll go with any, mini, money, mo, because I can't decide. And, it's like, I'm going to choose that last part is what I need to do. I see a secret coming out on the next time Sun and Moon are opposite. Which is, sorry you guys, hold on. Because I always say that and then I forget when Sun and Moon are going to be opposed from one another again. So when Moon goes into Sagittarius, there's going to be a secret revealed right before Sun moves into Cancer, I feel. I'm trying to see if Sun is going to move into Cancer before. Yeah, they're going to oppose one another. So somewhere around the, God, I should have blew that up. The 16th, anywhere from between the 14th and 17th, I feel like a secret is going to come out. Okay, let me, what was I even trying to clarify now? I'm I'm actually going to look at the Eight of Wands first, because she just looks like she has so much anxiety about what's happening. You might, your manifestations or spell work might just suddenly start to come into fruition, and then you might feel like, oh my God, like, what did I do? I made my spell too strong, you know. So something's going on. I feel like you lose control of something, or you feel like you're losing control. I'm seeing someone also compose a song. Uh-oh. See, for some of you, it is about an ex coming back into the picture. But they're starting some shit. Because see how they got that smirk on their face? Someone might do something out of jealousy or try to incite arguments. Yeah. Talking about they want you back. They want to be together. Especially if you've moved on. So a similar message already came out in the first deck. There's a need for you to really pay close attention to your intuition when it comes to making a decision in love. Don't be misguided. Don't get misled. Because someone just wants attention, and that's what they feed off of, attention. And the minute you start giving into them, they turn a cold shoulder to you. Yeah, there's a need for you to put your guards up and protect your energy. Now, you also could, like I was saying about the paranormal activity, you might need to prepare for some sort of spiritual attack. So command your space with these energies. Don't let anything try to scare you or take over your home or disturb your peace, because I'm seeing you waking up in the middle of the night and you're disturbed. And you don't know what to start. You're like, I burned sage. You're like, I went around burning sage and it's not doing anything. Like, what should I do? What should I do? So I feel like for some of you, this is about a spiritual attack. I also feel like maybe someone sends their minions, spiritual minions, to destroy something positive that you're building or working towards. You need to stand your ground with your ex. I feel like you're still going to be torn, because someone may be coming into the picture in the middle of you connecting with someone. But just stand your ground and, you know, make decisions based off of your observation and not with your heart, because your heart's going to misguide you in this particular situation. There are times when you do need to listen to your heart, but here your heart is going to misguide you. Now, you can apply that to a decision in love, career, friendships, family, but guard your heart. Don't observe what's happening. It's because I feel like something's going to deceive you. So, now let me go ahead and look at the Two of Swords for you too. Hold on, you guys. Give me about an hour or less. Period. I'll text you when I'm done. Okay, Two of Swords. Oh, I saw that Five of Swords trying to stay up there. Shit starter. Rider. So you've been warned. Close out that person. Block that person if you have to. Block your energy. Ignore any type of coworkers that's giving you problems. Move on from an ex. They just want your attention. Even if whatever they're up to, I feel that spirit is going to protect you regardless and take you out of a situation. I also feel like this is outside forces kind of taking you away from a situation. I feel like it's not Tower because it's not it's something that you already knew was coming. You kind of knew something was happening. So if you were trying to move past a situation, if it is a situation where someone's trying to come back into the picture, if you were trying to move on from that, you knew somebody was coming back, I feel like this is about having closure, and the universe is going to support you with moving on. If they try to get back into the picture, you're going to be protected. If this is about feeling like you're being attacked spiritually, I feel like you're being protected. Like it's not meant for you to be harmed. It's just not meant. It's not in the cards for you to be harmed by some sort of spiritual attack. I also see this as the tables turning. The minute someone detects somebody been ignoring you all year, all month, all whatever, the minute they detect that you have moved on, if someone else came into the picture, that's when they start something. So you've been warned. All right, let's go ahead and move on to deck number 3. We have the Prince of Pentacles. Ooh, he cute. 6 of Swords. 10 of Swords. Queen of Swords. She cutting heads off. 7 of Swords. We have Art, or the Temperance. Princess of Swords. 7 of Cups. All right. So what I'm getting here is that something in regards to, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. And you've already been preparing for something. Something has been brewing. I feel like you've been healing. You've been tapping into your spiritual gifts. You've been developing. Some of you are discovering that you have some sort of hidden talent to channel, or it's some sort of hidden talent. Maybe you can interpret dreams. Like one day someone asks you what this dream means and you just like break the whole thing down. And they're like, oh my God. And then it happens again and again and again. You might realize that that's your hidden talent. You might learn how to activate premonitions. Like maybe some of you that have premonitions, but it's like it's uncontrolled. I feel like you are learning how to control them. You're learning how to have premonitions at will. You may be learning how to lucid dream. You may be learning how to astral travel or astral project. And that's astral, A-S-T-R-A-L, in case you're wanting to, kind of like look into that. I see someone who has the perfect blend of energies going on. Someone has some form of self-mastery going on. It's like you've become master of self some type of way. You understand the light and the dark. You understand good and bad. You understand positive and negative, hot and cold. I'm also seeing a situation where two people have been talking or meeting in secret. This may have something to do with some sort of, I feel like it's about confusion, first off. Something where matters of the heart you were confused about. You're like, I don't know if I'm going to make the right decision because I don't know. You're like, emotionally, I think my judgment might be clouded. Then there's something that happens where, bam, you have clarity. You have some sort of understanding of something. You become fearless. You decide to make some sort of executive decision here. You put your thoughts into action. Some of you are learning how to manifest, or you're learning what works for you. Like you read all about this, all about manifestation, how to manifest this, how to manifest that. And it's like, everyone says this, everyone says that, everyone says the same thing. Or people say different things, but I feel like you are doing some sort of manifestation that you found works for you. Because you found that, you know, every recipe is not going to fit one person. It's like you had to create your own recipe for creation. I also see some of you trying that water magic or that water manifestation, when you take one empty glass and one full glass and you put your intentions into the full glass and then pour it into the empty glass, something like that. It's some sort of water manifestation that you're learning. Some of you also may be creating some sort of spell work, but not for manipulation. Maybe you're discovering that you do have healing hands. Maybe some of you are getting into Tantra or Reiki, or any type of spiritual work where you are using energies and forming another. You're channeling energies over other people. You know, too, if you study about ancient Kemet, those Egyptian statues with the rod and the, you know, I forgot what those two things that's in their hands. A lot of those, if you research about that, something about it is, I don't want to, you know, give out wrong information because I haven't read about it in a while, but it does have something to do with those things were being used for healing people. Those were magic tools, just like a doctor had, you know, unrolls all his knives and stuff like that. They didn't have to cut into people in that time. You know, it was something that they did. They channeled deities, spirits, and worked with those wands, and they healed people that way. There was no having to cut into people. So it's almost like cutting into people now is like kind of backwards. So you might be tapping into that hidden talent or that esoteric gift. Something is, I feel like your DNA has been unlocked about something. Now I also get two energies forming one, some sort of awesome energy that's being formed between two people. It could be air and earth. It could be any sign, but it could be air and earth. Or it could be that someone, because of this energy, someone was a mediator. Because of this person's energy, brought these two people together. So it could have been a Sagittarius that brought Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius together. This could be like your angel or your overself. It could be two angels, two ancestors. Something is happening where these two energies that are not normally textbook perfect, or, you know, like they say air and earth are two different modalities that don't really go together. Somehow it works with temperance here. Somehow it works. So two, that's those of you that do like to read horoscopes, you really need to study astrology, because just because your suns square each other doesn't mean that something can't work. There are other placements in a chart. There are also, like, say for instance, you and a love interest, maybe you're just now getting to know somebody, and you look at the synastry chart and you go, oh no, you know, like this synastry chart looks kind of bad, or you ran a score and it's like, synastry score is low, it's not gonna work, and you start panicking and stuff. To me, this is saying that both of these cards is that there's a hidden recipe for success, not disaster. There's a hidden recipe for success that's going to make this work. Something about some unseen energy that's flowing between you and this person that is going to make it harmonious. It's like the two of you are creating your own energy. You're inventing your own astrology chart. This also may be like, hey, screw what the synastry chart says. Look at that composite chart. Because the composite chart is what is actually going to happen. Maybe the synastry looks off or boring or bad, but when you look at the composite, or maybe even a Davison chart, again, I'm talking like astrology language. You know, I know some of you might not know what I'm talking about. But if you look at those charts and you're like, oh, but these charts are harmonious. According to these charts, we will have a beautiful relationship. Go by that. Give it a chance. Because I see like a hidden ingredient. Something's buried. It makes me also think of something in regards to DNA. Like DNA is being unlocked for protection. Now I also see this as some of you taking off financially. Some of you have unlocked the powers of a gift that you have that will earn you an income. I also see some sort of trip coming up. Some sort of trip is being made possible. Someone is preparing for a trip. I feel like there is some sort of miracle getting ready to happen. Maybe you thought you weren't going to get to go, but by a miracle, something is happening. You're getting to relocate, or you're getting ready to travel. These are looking like directions to me, like northeast, southwest, northeast, southwest. I feel like something is going on in regards to navigation system. So someone could literally be using, you know, the navigating system to travel, to find something, or you're being led. Like maybe your energy or your spirit guides, that you're being navigated to go somewhere by listening to your heart, by listening to your intuition here. You're being guided. You're also being guided to let something go. Like justice has spoken here. Whatever is time for you to let go of and move on from, you will, whether it's a job or a person. Now, only because it's beneath Sagittarius, I don't know if you had something going on with the Sagittarius. It could be something in regards to letting go or moving on from a Sagittarius, or it could have something to do with a Sagittarius having undergone some sort of changes or healing. But I do feel like there's a need to, I feel like something is being broken off. Like you're going in a different direction. The pattern has been changed, or something's been rewritten. Something intervened too. Something intervened, a situation that maybe wasn't going anywhere. And especially if you were being hard-headed or stubborn. Like I feel like something is intervening to reroute you or put you on a detour. I'm seeing someone coming off as being victorious. Someone is going around cutting heads off. Someone is being ruthless. Someone is coming off very detached. Like, you can't hurt this person. This person is like, I eat heads for dinner. Like, this person, you can't defeat this person because they have been through so much. This is an air sign who has mastered their air quality of detachment. Maybe you were someone who was quite sensitive. You were learning, but now you figured it out. You're like, I know how to detach now. I know how to detach. Come at me. I know how to cut off toxic people. I know how to cut off something that's not for me. I know how to cut off, you know, so someone has mastered detachment. Again, those of you that are studying astrology, especially Vedic astrology or Vedic astrology, I feel like Ketu or your South Node has shown you how to detach. Like, so maybe you're going through that dasha period. You also may have to confront someone who may be lying to you. Or you may have to confront or detach yourself from any type of deception. It's like, let me catch you deceiving me. I will cut you off with the quickness. Like, I don't come at me like that. Like, I will hurt you. Someone is really so fearless that they just... it's almost like someone reached a breaking point where they can't tolerate. Something is just, there's zero tolerance for lies. There's zero tolerance for deception. So let me see what else is going on. Let me see what this Seven of Swords. I just feel like you guys are successfully cutting through bullshit. Someone from your past may be spying on you, or you could have been spying on them. I feel like someone is lurking around at a distance or quietly observing without talking. Someone is secretly observing you, and I feel like this is someone from your past. Now, I'm also getting that a soulmate could be spying on you for whatever reason. Maybe they're planning on visiting you. Maybe someone is trying to know your whereabouts or your schedule on a low. Okay. Some of you are going to learn how to say no, because I'm getting the energy of someone who maybe disappointed you in the past. And you found someone else. They come lurking around. They know you found someone else. I really feel like these are similar messages throughout each deck. And they're like, look at them. They're happy. Who is that? That's not me. You know, this is an outsider looking in at someone enjoying themselves. Someone spending time with somebody else's family. Someone is spying on your happiness. but I feel like you're protected. I feel like there's no harm coming towards you because you're protected. What I'm also getting is a situation where Spirit has secretly played matchmaker, especially if they were a fire sign. Spirit may have secretly set you up and aligned you with a soulmate. So Spirit had something to do with it. Spirit might be protecting you from any type of people that you don't need to be around or with. So they're coming through cutting off heads or cutting off communication from all the people that is not suited for you. Spirit is like, we got your back. Like, you're blinded to something. We got to step in. So I feel like for some of you, your spirit guides or ancestors are quietly protecting you. Let me also look at the Ten of Swords. I also see someone has a secret gift of, well, like did I say that in this reading or the last reading? Someone secretly knows how to astral travel or project, and they like to spy through your dreams. I don't know too if some of you have been experiencing the feeling that someone is in your room while you're sleeping, not necessarily a ghost, but it feels like energy, or if you feel like you're being touched, especially more so when you're asleep or right between waking and sleeping. I feel like that is someone showing you that they know how to astral project. That might be your gift. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're like astral projecting people. Testing the waters, getting stronger. You're being asked to trust your intuition if an ex comes back into the picture, because someone is maybe coming to play on your heartstrings. I also feel like maybe someone wants forgiveness, and it's okay to forgive them, but I see somebody moving on. And see, this is also like Spirit is, I feel like, guarding or protecting you. There's a spirit around you guarding or protecting your situation. If there are competitors in a job field, like I feel like spirits are protecting you. If someone is trying to sabotage your relationship, I feel like Spirit intervenes. Yep. You also could have been dealing with a water sign. Maybe you're moving on or letting go of a water sign. Could be anyone, but it's just overall. See, I feel like someone is crawling back. Someone is talking about they're sorry. And they want you to trust them again. But you don't trust this person. Someone lost your trust. Like that was the most valuable thing and they lost it. Now you don't trust them. You're very guarded and you're like, stay away. And you mean it. So it's like too, maybe you've changed, you've matured. Now I also see someone possibly threatening something, threatening to take children away. So you might need to stand your ground or get lawyered up, or, you know, make sure someone isn't just saying those type of things to manipulate you into getting back together or talking to them. So someone is going to throw the children in the face to try to manipulate you. Or you might be that person. Don't be that girl. Especially if it's just out of some sort of jealousy. Now, if it's a reason why you need to get them children back, then yeah, get them children back. I am getting a jealous spirit. But either way, I feel like any type of jealous spirit, you're going to have victory over, because your ancestors are helping you or guarding or protecting you. All right, so that is all for deck number 3. I hope it resonates. I hope it makes sense. Please feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.